Metaplanet stock continues to climb. Today it's up another 17%, and we're going to go through the news as well as some of the new potential Bitcoin treasury companies that I'm looking at. So if you take a look, Metaplanet is up another 17%, up to 1,770 JPY. So what's the cause behind the rally? Metaplanet actually issues $210 million worth of bonds for Bitcoin purchase, right? And this is actually quite surprising to me because I expected them to only continue the accumulation engine after the 23rd of June, right? So I'll be posting a video in about 2 or 3 days, why 23rd of June, right? So obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in all these Bitcoin treasury companies and also what's the news with Metaplanet stock, right? So basically, they raised another $210 million at a 0% bond to buy Bitcoin again, right? So on the back of this news, the stock is up another 17%. What's my opinion on all this? It's been a crazy 3 months, right? Basically, I bought somewhere around here, I think, around 600. I started buying up to somewhere here. And then I stopped buying around 800, right? My last buy was around 800 and my cost basis was around 700. So I've enjoyed this right up. Yeah, my returns are just about there, 130 something percent within 3 or 4 weeks, right? So very, very insane. We're clearly going through a bubble, right? But I don't think we're at the end of the bubble yet, right? So I'm continuing to hold my Metaplanet stock and they are executing like at Godspeed, right? Basically. So the next two that I'm looking at is actually H100 group. And this is the first Bitcoin treasury in Sweden, right? And if you take a look at the amount of Bitcoins they have, it's actually very, very little, right? So obviously this is microstrategist.com, right? This is not MicroStrategies, right? So if you take a look at H100, actually they have like 10 or 20 Bitcoin only, right? Maybe it's up to like 30 or 40 now, right? But basically, this group is backed by Adam Back. So there's a lot of puns here because, Adam backed by... And if you take a look at the size, right? The contemplated size is 277 million SEK. This is a Swedish company, right? And this is the kind of companies that I'm actually advocating looking for now, right? So I'm looking now for the first Bitcoin treasury companies in a certain country, right? Maybe in a developed market where the bond yields are extremely low, right? So for H100 group, so if we take a look at the market cap, it's 562 million SEK, right? And this is a very, very thinly traded share, right? And this is the kind of thing you want to be looking for when you're looking to play these big percentages, right? Because we are speculating right now, right? Because the intrinsic value of these companies are lower than the actual quoted price. But the thing is, for these cases, the price of the shares actually reflects into the intrinsic value, right? Something like Metaplanet, the higher the stock price goes, the more they can accumulate Bitcoin with less dilution, right? So this basically what is happening is their trading volume is actually like $2.6 million every day, right? And their market cap is around $50 million. So at this point in time, I could still see these companies doing like a 10x in a relatively short amount of time, right? But the key with these companies is again to have a strategy, right? Because you can view like, oh, can this company go from 50 million to 5 billion? I think it's possible, but I wouldn't be riding the full amount the whole way, right? Let's say if you get a triple and then you half your position and then you just ride the rest up, I wouldn't blame you for that, right? But if you're saying like, oh, I'm going to ride the 100% of my capital all the way up, right? That's a bit risky in my opinion. So basically, if you take a look at this structure, right, the last tranche is bought at 5 SEK, right? So they are basically saying that up to 5 SEK, they are really confident that this, basically the market price will be above 5 SEK. And if you take a look at the price today, it's a 4.8, right? So I would say it's around fair value or maybe even like undervalued because I think soon enough, they're going to start raising through equity, right? This is just all convertible bonds and all from one person, which is Adam Back, right? Mostly from Adam Back, right? So I think in this case, I see a lot of further upside from this H100 stock. So I think 500 million market cap is not out of the question to me. And I think I will be investing into this company, right? And I think after these two companies, I'm going to start slowing down on these Bitcoin treasury companies, right? Because I did mention that we are in a bubble and I might ride these companies further up, but I won't be investing in new ideas, right? Maybe if something very specific comes out and something very special comes out, I might consider it. But other than that, my bar has been getting raised higher and higher. as more and more of these Bitcoin treasury companies appear. And then the next one that you take a look at is SWC, right? It's this red line here. And you can see it has gone absolutely vertical, right? So I would be very cautious with this company, not too big of a sizing, right? Because their MNAV is trading at something ridiculous like 18 times or something like that, right? And rightfully so, because I think their yield on their market cap is like 10% per week or something insane like that, right? So in a few weeks or a few months already, they're gonna double their market cap, right? So I think I'm still considering buying this. I'm not entirely sure yet. But for H100, I think I calculated they're trading at like a 5 times MNAV, right? And for a company this small, I think is no problem to trade at 5 times MNAV. I think they can make back the money, right? So when it comes to SWC, I'm not sure yet. So this one, you have to make your decision yourself. And anyways, for every stock that I post about, you do have to make a decision for yourself, right? Because I am here just to tell you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not telling you to buy this stock or do this. I'm not your financial advisor. And I'm just telling you what I'm doing, my logic behind doing the thing. And if you guys decide to follow me on the train, like Metaplanet stock, and you guys make a lot of money, that's good for you, right? But if you lose money doing all these trades, don't blame me, right? So I am just documenting what I'm doing, so I have some template and some understanding to why I thought a certain way at a certain time, right? So yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. If you did enjoy the video, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button. With that being said, have a fantastic day ahead, and peace out.